Thousands of Americans flooded the streets yesterday in protest of excessive government spending, high taxes, the stimulus and bailout and stuff like that. But one CNN reporter had her own take and perhaps her own agenda on the Tea Party.
I think you get the general tenor of this. It's anti-government, anti-CNN, since this is highly promoted by the right-wing conservative network Fox.
So why did the CNN think protests were aimed at them, and how did the rest of the media cover it? Joining us, Seton Motley from the Media Research Center. What about that assessment of exactly what you saw? You saw that side. You saw her say, "Hey, look, it's against them, and it's about them. It's not about taxing and spending." Give us a response to that.
Well, first of all, as far as anti-Fox is concerned, that just may be internal business jealousy on their part,
Sure.
given the ratings.
Right.
As far as the anti-government is concerned, the same Susan Rosgan in 2006, when covering a protest calling for more money to be spent in New Orleans after Katrina, showed a person in a giant fake Bush head with an Adolf Hitler mustache with devil horns on.
Right.
That wasn't anti-government. But wanting to cut spending and cut taxes and remove government intrusion from your life somehow is. So she's got a little skewed view on that, I think.
Yeah, no kidding, Seton. Also, she was badgering a guy who was holding his child, and then cut him off. She was barking out Democratic talking points, and then she said this was inappropriate for family viewing. It was crazy to watch. I couldn't believe that was a hard news reporter.
It was unbelievable. I mean, I don't know why we're all saying she's biased. She gave the guy at least 6 seconds to answer before she started badgering him with additional talking points.
Yeah.
No, she was totally in attack mode. She was almost angry to be there. You could see it in her face.
Yeah.
And you juxtapose that with 06. Now you want to talk about family viewing. Would you like to get into the CNN and MSNBC talking points?
Oh, they were awful.
See, now, but the question is, did she premeditate this? Did she set that interview up? Did she walk over to a guy, start it, and then take it over? She literally brought the camera away from the guy and then went into this. It looked like a little bit like she may have had a motive.
Listen, I'm not going to try to get into her head and figure out what she was thinking. This may have been a hate crime, but I don't know. I don't want to try to guess what's in her head.
No, it certainly wasn't a hate crime. But Seton, you touched on something real briefly. MSNBC appears to have made a business decision to make fun of people exercising free speech. They called everybody involved in yesterday's activities dirty words. We're not going to say on this network.
Yeah. Well, I guess they figured they can't get any more biased, so they decided to go vulgar, too. There they are. Yes, there's a term for oral sex, or a specific activity during oral sex. I'm going to call it the Nestea plunge. Rachel Maddow and Anna Marie Cox from the liberal Air America radio station had a 13-minute segment during which they used the term at least 51 times. Yeah. On the 13th, sure. David Schuster used the term and did it again and used a dozen different phrases for oral sex.
Yeah, it's